All right. And we are live here on Pettit Fam.
Macaroni and cheese.
Macaroni and cheese, I don't know. What are we having for dinner? What did I just say? We're going to about to put in a couple of what? I got some pizza. That's
Very
right.
good,
We're going
buddy.
to have pizza for dinner. That's right. So, doesn't that sound good, Kyle? Well, I'm waiting to see about people coming to chat.
Steve.
Into
Steve.
get into why would this the school system is calling to
Probably let us know about Sunday
how the
holiday.
week went and remind us about that Monday's holiday. Yes. So getting a phone call from our school system. So just wanting to just checking to see if anybody's come in. Please, if you are watching even the replay, thank you very much, by the way. That is always appreciated. Even if you don't make it live, that's fine. The dog. Molly's doing pretty well, generally speaking. She's just getting kind of old. And as you can see, Dad, aka Kevin, is a little laid up. So there it goes. Now we're live on YouTube because it just came up now the notification.
Mhm.
So yes, now we are officially live on YouTube, I guess. Just here to answer any questions about our status of family. And or anything else you really might think about. Did you see my? Did you get? I thought I saw the notification come up that
I heard it. I saw it.
my little reel.
Yeah. I saw it.
Well, it's down here by my feet. So yes, lots of things happened this week. I'm just kind of waiting to see if anybody comes into the chat, or if it shows the StreamYard shows it'll show the number of people, the the software that I stream with. So I'm just waiting to see. For those of you who are unaware, wondering why we're not doing much yet, that's why I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to see if anybody's coming in. So Kevin said hi. I'll say hi if I didn't, just making sure. And the kid, as you can see, is lying down on the couch, relaxing. It's Friday.
It's like Jamie the jet plane.
Yeah, it's right, Kyle. Today is what?
What is today, Kyle? Today is what?
Wait, because yesterday was Thursday. So what's today?
Friday.
That's
today
right.
Is Friday.
Today
Very
is
good,
Friday.
buddy.
Very cool. So today's Friday, and it is the last Friday of school before Labor Day weekend. And well, also, today's the 2nd. So that means
Tomorrow
Tomorrow
month is
is-
OFS.
this is Kevin's term, which means old fart syndrome. Yeah, I identify with that. I will be 52 tomorrow. So yeah. Yes, I feel like I'm definitely getting older. Yeah, for sure. But even if anybody doesn't come in live, we can go into just generally speaking what happened. But
Sure.
but anyway, before we do that, just in case somebody just stumbles upon this stream, even in replay, I'm Heather. This is Kevin, and our son was on the couch. His name is Kyle, and we are basically we are an autism family. Our son has multiple disabilities, including autism. Oh look, I'm an autism mom, as you can see on my shirt. But anyway, Dad, he works in insurance and he works from home, as you can see. That's his setup right there where he is. I'm a YouTuber. I'm also a writer and an editor and an artist. And I have a whole other channel. I'm not even going to go into that too much because there's a whole other channel. I can put the link down below because why not? And our son is 18 years old, and he is amazing. I think you're amazing, right, Kyle? Yeah. Yeah, and I've always loved photography, and I love taking pictures of my cute kid. My son is handsome, so I love taking pictures of him anyway, and just trying to document his progress as we go on this journey. So yeah. So anyway, do you want to tell the story? I mean, I
Sure.
kind of was gonna wait till we had people watching live, but that's okay.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not? You can regale everybody with your story.
Okay, well, on Tuesday, I was, the dog woke me up about 4:30. I had to go at 4 o'clock and had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I took her outside, I let go of the leash, and we live on the second floor of an apartment complex. I let go of her leash at the top of the stairs so she could walk down the stairs. Because she gets one of those excited that if she's really excited and has to go bad, she'll pull you down the stairs. So I let go of her leash to make sure that wouldn't happen. Well, so she's down there at the bottom of the stairs waiting on me, and I start walking down the stairs, and all of a sudden, I'm on the edge of the stairs, the bottom of the stairs, in excruciating pain. I had felt falling down the stairs, and I tried to pull myself up to my feet, and I stood up for a couple of seconds, and the next thing I know, I went down again. So I waited there a few minutes on the floor, on the ground, for a few more minutes, and then tried it again to get myself up. Well, I got to my feet, but then my knees came out from under me again, and I hit the ground again. And I did that 4 times until I finally, and I didn't have my phone, so I couldn't call anyone to help me. So I did that 4 times until I finally got smart and crawled over to the car. Crawled on the ground over to the car, grabbed a hold of the car handle on the car door, and pulled myself to my leg. Pulled myself to my feet, and somehow, some way, made it over to the edge of the stairs, where I could grab a hold of the stair, the railing on the stairs, and pull myself up, step by step. So I pulled myself up the stairs, got to the top of the stairs, got in the house, And then I was telling Heather what happened. Then all of a sudden, my leg came out from under me again. And this time, she just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, because I knocked her down,
Yeah. Yeah. We both basically our coffee table is over this way, so we both went towards it, and because we were facing this direction, we were facing our kitchen, and yeah, he crashed into me, and then the momentum made me crash into the coffee table, and so I have a very large bruise on my right hip,
Right.
but
you know.
but that's nothing.
So
But
the next thing I do is
It's one
she
of those
finally,
things.
so finally what happened is she went to find the dog because Molly was, Molly, I told her, Mom, you need to go get Molly. She had to pee and I don't know where she went. I was calling for her, but she wouldn't come. But Heather was telling me that she was between two cars waiting on me. She was laying
was
on the
just
ground,
laying there.
just waiting for me.
She was just laying there.
Just they're waiting on me. And then, and while she was doing that, I called 911, and they had the paramedics and all that kind of stuff come in here.
And which, of course, woke Kyle up.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, all the, it woke him up, but he was still.
He was, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he was
Actually, I was pretty proud of him because he didn't panic or nothing. He was just going with the flow that there's a lot of people in the house.
So many.
And he didn't even come out of
But
his
there
room.
were like.
Yeah, there was like 8
trainees.
paramedics.
Because there were.
It's
They
like,
were like trainees or something.
there was like
All these people.
Yeah, there was 3 paramedics from Star, and then 3 from the fire department. So there were 6 paramedics all up here. And then they got my vitals and all that kind of stuff. And they asked me what happened. I told them I fell down the stairs, and I fell. And then I tried to get myself up 4 times and fell to the ground 4 times, and I couldn't stand on my leg. And my wrist, and my wrist was swollen and everything. My wrist hurt too, my ribs, pretty much everything in my body hurt, and they're doing my vitals and all that kind of stuff. So they end up putting me in this chair to get me down the stairs. And it was funny because they had the paramedic.
This chair, I've never even seen anything like that.
Yeah. The paramedic trainee was sitting there. They were sitting there trying to tell him, they were training the paramedic, the training paramedic. The head paramedic was from Sunstar was telling him, they got me into the chair and everything, was getting me down the stairs, and then when they were going to transfer me over to the gurney, they had to tell the paramedic, you're going to have, the trainee, it's like, you're going to have to help him. He can't move that foot. You're going to have to help him move that foot. So they finally got me on the gurney and got me in the ambulance. And then they're taking off. And they have the trainee paramedic driving. So I'm asked, so I asked the, can you take it easy on the bumps because it's very painful.
Oh.
On the speed bumps, and the guy goes, yeah, take it easy on these those bumps. They aren't, those speed bumps aren't, they're kind of painful. So you need to take it easy on those speed bumps.
Oh, boy.
So they finally got me to the ER. And it was funny because when we got to the ER, then, they were waiting on me and everything. We got to the nurse, the nurse's station and all that kind of stuff, and which was pretty stupid. The nurse goes, well, we'll put him in a wheelchair and have him wait in the waiting room for, and the paramedic goes, he can't get in a wheelchair. It's like, it's like, oh, okay, then we'll, then they, it's like, he can't wait that long in a wheelchair. So she goes, so he goes, well, why don't we, then she goes, oh, let's put him on one of these gurneys over here. And that's what the paramedics are, that makes more sense to us.
Yeah, right.
You would take a rocket scientist to see these guys in pain. So I'm getting, you're screaming at the top of my lungs. I hurt like hell. you know, um, and then, but so finally they get me in there. They get me into a room, you know, and the doc, and then there's three or four nurses that come in. And they all did. It's funny because it took four nurses to do the job of one. Because one come in and got information. The next one come in and got information. Then the next one come in and got my vitals and all that kind of stuff. And just until I guess this was just before shift change, because they finally got my vitals, and then I had to wait about an hour in the ER before the doctor or almost an hour and a half before the doctor actually came in. And by the time the doctor actually came in to look at me, as I had already been sent to have X-rays on my and a CAT scan on my head, and X-rays on my leg and my arm. So they did that, and then so they got me back to the room, and then the doctor was finally came in, he said, well, I was in here earlier, but you're already at X-ray. But he come in, he said, what's wrong? And so I told him, for the 4th or 100th time, I fell down the damn stairs. At my apartment complex. My knee's killing me, my wrist is killing me, and my ribs are killing me. So he looked at the X-rays and everything, and he did an assessment, and he talked a little bit. He said, go look at the X-rays, see what's going on. Then he asked me, do you need need any painkillers? So yeah, it wouldn't hurt. So they finally gave me a painkiller, and then the nurse that was supposed to take care of me, she took me into another room. They took me into she took care of me, took my vitals and all that kind of stuff, and then they came back again. The radiology techs came back again because now they wanted to go do some X-rays on my hand and my back. So they went and did the X-rays on my hands and my back. And the radiologist, was basically he wasn't too concerned about the leg. He knew the leg was messed up, but he was more concerned about my wrist, because my wrist, he could tell the wrist was broken just by looking at it. And he knew it was broken just by looking at it. And he didn't want me to move it, so he put a pillow on my chest and had me put the hand on the pillow so I wouldn't move it. Because he said he was more concerned about my wrist than he was the leg. So he finally got all the X-rays and everything, and then they got me into the room, a room, and then the nurse that was supposed to take care of me, I said, I gotta pee. So all she really does is gives me these little cup to pee in. But then I said, okay, a little container to pee in. But needless to say, it's like, I can't get up. I can't lay down there and pee. She didn't even offer to help me get up so I could, to the edge of the bed so I could pee.
Oh my.
So,
That makes no sense. Yeah.
It's like she didn't even offer to help get me up so I can take a pee. So I had to do it all myself. And that's what really irked me a little bit, because I was finally able to maneuver the cup where I wasn't peeing all over myself.
Oh, jeez.
So, and then the luck, I was happy because then that nurse had to go do some kind of clinicals or something. So they got a new nurse to come in and take care of me. That nurse was very understanding, and when I told her, it's like, the other one didn't even, I had to pee, and the other one didn't even offer to help me, So she said she was apologized for all that, and then she was telling me what the doctor said, and then the doctor came in and finally came in and told me, well, there's no fracture on the leg. I have a torn meniscus on my right on my left leg, but the wrist was definitely broken, and and then there was no fracture in my ribs. But I'm gotten to thinking, I said, okay, and then so but we'll get you something here. We'll get, I'll have we'll get you out of here. They're ready to sign my discharge sheet, and they're going to get me some crutches to walk out here. So we had her go get me some crutches. Well, we got to looking at the nurse. I got to looking at the nurse. And I got to looking at myself here. I got one arm. How do you expect me to walk on crutches with one arm?
Yeah. Oh, that's silly. Come on.
So
Oh, that won't work, will it?
yeah. So she got me up.
Yeah.
So she helped me get up, and she saw me walking on the running crutch, and she goes, he can't walk on one crutch. He's only got one hand. So she, it's like you would think the doctor would have thought of it ahead of time, but
Yeah. Seriously.
But so we said, okay, then what we'll do is we'll get a PT consult. So I had to wait about another hour for somebody from physical therapy to come down and talk. And she got me this little walker that's got an armrest on it that can rest my arm. And so she got me that. And then they ordered me a wheelchair. So now at home, I'm home right now with a wheelchair and a bunch of things here, just trying to heal. I got a consult for orthopedic consult on Wednesday on my wrist and my knee. But I really, they hurt, but I tell you, most of it's in my back. I really think that I really did fracture a rib in my back. So I'm going to try to hopefully to do when they do the MRIs on the hand and my knees. I'm going to ask the doctor if he would do an MRI on my back too, because I really think that maybe the X-ray doesn't show any crack or anything, but the PC consult, a PT guy came in yesterday and did an assessment, and he was feeling around there, and he was feeling around my ribs, and he said I could feel the swelling, and he, I'm thinking that maybe it was just swelled so much that the X-ray didn't, that maybe just a slight break or a slight crack that the X-ray didn't pick up. So I'm hoping that maybe the MRI, I could talk him into doing an MRI to make sure that there's no break in my rib. Because really, of all the pain, that's the majority of my pain is in my ribs. My wrist and my knee I could live with, but the back is just hurts like hell. It hurts when I breathe and everything. So the biggest thing all I can do now is just sit and wait. But it was funny because the PT guy, when he came in, when we were talking about it, he was, we started laughing and giggling when I told him the story. When I told him the story that, the story that my dad, you talk about tough, and he said talk about tough and everything. When I told him the story, I get it from my dad because when he works construction, and he fell and broke his ankle. He fell and broke his ankle and continued to work construction with a broken ankle. He'd walk up and down benches with a broken ankle.
Oh my God.
And the PT guy just sat there and he just looked at me amazed. It's like, okay. And he said, I can understand why it's like, he said, you must have a high threshold for pain. I really do.
Yeah.
I don't,
like your dad.
But I will tell you, I don't like taking pain medicine. So, because I don't want to get, hooked on painkillers. So I try not to take them if I necessarily have to, necessarily have to. So right now I'm just waiting until Wednesday to find out what, when I see the orthopedist to see what happens,
Yeah, it's storming and yet it's sunny. It's one of those days in orange macaroni. Do you want to come and say hi?
Orange macaroni. Orange macaroni.
What about orange macaroni? Do you want to say hi?
Boo macaroni. Boo macaroni.
Hello to anybody watching live. I think I do see a viewer. Say hi.
Hi.
Good job. Welcome. So yeah, we were regaling our viewers with this crazy story of how our week went. Yeah, Kevin, as you can see, was injured. I was not injured very much, but
The good thing is I can still work
Boo
some work from
macaroni.
home.
Boo macaroni.
yes,
Boo
but Kevin works from
macaroni,
home, so
boo
that does help a lot.
Boo macaroni. Boo macaroni.
Considering.
What about blue macaroni? buddy?
If you are watching live,
Hi,
please
Blue
feel free
Macaroni.
to say hi in the chat.
Boo macaroni and cheese.
Blue macaroni and cheese. I think we do have a small one of those things there. So if you want a regular mac and cheese, Kyle, we do have those small little containers if you want one
Oh, yeah, we might
to go with your
have to
dinner.
look.
To go with your dinner.
Guess so. So we have another 25 minutes on the pizza, guys. So
Right, that's
we have a
cool.
little time
No problem.
for that. Probably still be streaming for another. I don't know. We've been on since 6 o'clock. It's 26 after now. I think we told most of the most of the story. And then I finally had a chance to go and get myself checked out today. I went to the urgent care center that's not too far from here. We're in Upper Pinellas County, Florida. For those who don't know, but I did have some X-rays done just because it was kind of bothering me, my hip. And again, I have this humongous bruise on my right hip, but I have to take basically I have to take blood thinners. So. I'm sure.
Lunch macaroni. Lunch macaroni. Lunch macaroni. Lunch macaroni. Lunch
So
macaroni.
yes, I have a
Lunch
very
macaroni.
large bruise
Lunch
on my
macaroni. Lunch macaroni.
What about it?
Lunch
I have a
macaroni.
very
Lunch
large bruise on my
macaroni.
right
You can have one in a little bit, okay, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Dad.
But no, I have no broken bones. Every once in a while,
Lunch macaroni. Lunch macaroni.
my hip will hurt slightly if I cross my legs, but
Lunch macaroni.
it doesn't hurt
Lunch
right now.
macaroni.
I think that's starting to fade, just like the bruise is finally starting to fade. And this all happened Tuesday. It's now Friday. Pizza night, right, Kyle?
Blue sauce.
Friday night's pizza night
Blue
at this
sauce.
house.
Blue sauce. Usually is. More often than not, it's Friday.
Orange sauce.
Unless something else goes Friday.
Orange moon. Orange moon. Orange moon.
Orange moon.
Orange moon. Moon. Moon.
Orange moon is very pretty, isn't it?
Orange
I
moon.
did
Orange
not
moon.
do
Orange moon.
is this.
Hello moon. Hello moon. Hello moon. Hello moon. Hello moon.
Yellow moon. Ooh, buddy.
Hello moon.
What about the yellow moon, buddy?
Hello moon.
They're the pettits.
Lunch macaroni. Lunch macaroni.
White macaroni? Yeah, you can have some white macaroni in a little bit, okay, bud?
Yeah.
Okay, Dad.
Kyle, did you want to say hi? Can if you want.
You say hi, bud?
Hi,
You
Senator.
could say hi, everybody.
Hi,
Thank you
Senator.
for waving.
Hi, Senator.
I'm not sure who's watching, but we do have some people watching us. That's kind of cool, huh? Yes, we were just telling a story of how this happened.
Cinderella. Cinderella. Cinderella.
Cinderella,
Cinderella.
and basically
Cinderella.
some falling
What's
happened.
my name? What's my name? What's my name?
I don't know, but you gotta
I fell down approximately
participate chat.
6 flights of stairs.
for us to know who's watching. I'm curious. So I would like to do this more often, I think. have
What's up, Grover?
have more
What's up,
live
Grover?
streams here.
What's up, Grover? What's up, Grover?
maybe Friday nights would be
What's
good
up, Grover?
unless
What's up,
something's
Grover?
going on.
What's up, Grover? What's
It's
up,
a
Grover?
fox,
What's up, Grover?
Yeah,
What's up, Grover? What's up, Grover?
just
Looks
like
like Grover.
Grover.
Cool, buddy.
What's up, Grover? What's up,
Cool.
Grover?
Oh,
What's up,
interesting.
Grover?
Just
So
looks like
again,
Grover. Cool,
our
What's up,
buddy.
son
Grover?
Kyle,
Cool,
What's
bud.
up?
behind
What's up, Grover?
he
Cool,
is
buddy.
What's up, Grover?
Dog Grover. Cool.
Kevin. We have an Elizabeth Payne in the chat.
Mhm.
Hello and thank you for coming.
What's up?
Hi, how's it going?
What's up? What's
Does
up?
that name
What's
sound
up?
familiar
What's
to you?
up?
It's a
What's
Payne.
up?
P-A-Y-N-E.
What's up?
She might be my cousin. Might be a cousin. Yes,
Thank you-
buddy.
Thank you for coming.
Grover?
Yes,
You-
we were
you
just
have
talking
dog Grover?
about
Cool,
all
buddy.
the things, how this happened. And yes, basically Kevin fell and a few times actually. And then fell into
Whoever
me.
plays the saxophone.
Once he
Cool,
finally got
buddy.
inside. Yeah, it's a very long story, but it is in the yep, it is. She says I'm Kevin's cousin.
Yeah.
So yeah, he fell down some stairs. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm going. It's still painful.
How's it going, Elizabeth?
Hi.
Please let us know. Have you, Elizabeth? Have you met Kyle before? Have you been to one of the things?
No, I don't think she's met him.
I work in words, but
Yeah, I think maybe on Facebook. That's about it.
maybe on Facebook. So that's cool. Anybody else watching while we're still live? We'll be live for another little bit until the pizza's ready. Less than 25 minutes to go on the pizza. You're doing pretty good. Awesome. That's good. Do you live in wait a minute.
I think she's
If I have, he was very young.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. So have you come down to Tampa for the thing? What's the word I can't think of?
Reunion.
Reunion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a writer.
Mhm.
I work in words, but sometimes I can't.
Like my uncle Trippen's been down at least once.
You do live in Indiana. Okay.
Yeah, she lives in Indiana.
As a lot of Kevin's family.
Yeah, most of my family lives there. My parents just moved back.
Yeah, his parents moved back 3
About-
years ago, approximately.
Well, they went up. They went up there, and then they've been back. Yeah, about 2 or 3 years now.
Mm-hmm. About 2 or 3 years. So they moved back to Florida, but when they moved back, they moved to about
Lake
an
City.
hour away from here. They used to live near.
Like City.
Well, they live in Lake City now, but they lived in Ocala.
Ocala.
They lived in Ocala for about a year, approximately.
Oh, shit.
Oh, she says hoping to come down next year.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, come down. You want to come down in the wintertime? It's a little cooler.
Yeah, at least a little cooler in the winter and in the spring. So even today, the high was supposed to be like what, 94?
Yeah. Kyle, have a seat.
About 94.
We'll have dinner here in a little bit,
So-
okay, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it's still very hot here.
Mhm.
It's going to take some time for it to start being a little bit more tolerable and all of that. So, but gosh, thank you for coming to the stream. We just started talking about stuff, while we were waiting for people to come in. Okay, do you need something to do? A few minutes?
You have to use the bathroom or anything, buddy?
Oh, we've done that. Oh, awesome. Good job. So she says it was in the high 80s. High 80s.
Yeah.
So, it can, I know that it can get pretty warm, even in
Indiana.
more northern
In Indiana in the
uh,
summertime, it's
states.
rare, but it'll get up to 100. It can
I was
get
going
up
to say
to 100.
country.
I mean,
Like,
it's rare in Indiana, but it can
Yeah.
get up to the 90s and 100s in the summertime.
I
It's
believe
rare.
it. I believe it. It's rare. Yeah. But that's like New York or, I don't know, Boston or whatever. It can get hot in the summer. I know that it can get hot.
Well, I do remember, but I've been down here for so many years now that my blood's thinning. I'm a Floridian.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I've been here since 87. Like a lot of people that live in Florida were kind of transplants. Well, I'm more. I've actually lived in Tampa Bay off and on my whole life, but but I kind of feel like a transplant now. Although I would like to. It's so hot here that eventually I would not mind moving to a new city, especially in the throes of summer, huh? It still can feel like 100 degrees plus, depending on the humidity and everything,
rain in the area and all
and the rain. And luckily, the rain started cooling things off. Just meeting Kyle at the bus stop. When I walked out, but especially in August, yes. When I walked out to meet him at the bus stop, it was so hot. I was like, why did I wear this such a dark shirt? And then by the time the bus came, the storm was coming. So all of a sudden, it was windy and it was cool, feeling cool. So I was like, yes. But yes, August in Tampa Bay is just. I wouldn't recommend that as a time to do anything like touristy, unless you go to Wiki Wachi, unless you go to a spring because the water's chilly. Of course, the water will feel really cold. Apparently, because we did that 2 years ago. 2 years ago, actually, we went to Wiki Wachi, and I think it was late August, Kevin, and it was so hot. But when Kyle got in the water, his lips were blue, and they stayed blue for a long time, man. So yeah, but yeah, August everywhere in the northern hemisphere is quite hot. That's for sure. But so anyway, we're just waiting on the pizza to cook, and yeah, and so I guess we'll be live for a little bit longer. I can smell it.
Yeah, I can smell it.
It's smelling good. So yeah, Elizabeth, yeah, we might do this again next Friday. We'll go ahead and plan on it. And it's so nice to talk to you. But, if anybody else is watching this live, feel free to say hi and stuff. So, writing it in the planner is advisable for me, right, Kevin? Because I am one of those people that I have to write everything down. So this is sort of my social media and business kind of planner. And then I have a bullet journal as well that I like to just use mostly for list making and stuff like that. But like I said earlier, I also have other things going on, including raising Kyle. So Elizabeth also says, Kevin, I don't know if you're watching this over there or not, but she says I remember, I think a couple years after they moved to Florida, they came back at Christmas for the snow.
Right. Yeah.
Is that something like that?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we.
And it was in the 80s.
Yeah. I remember
that. That's funny.
Mm.
Of course it was. And yeah, she says, "Do you remember that, Kevin?"
Yeah, I remember
I
that.
think we were 16.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, she's the same
Okay.
age as I am.
Oh, okay, the same age, huh?
Yeah,
It
we're
has
the
to
same
be
age. Yeah.
ridiculously weird.
She's the oldest, the second oldest, or the oldest daughter of my Aunt Dorothy and Uncle Byron that lived in Dade City for a while.
Okay. Oh, I remember meeting them. Yes. They were at somebody's wedding.
Yeah.
Or something. Something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I remember meeting at least one day. Cool. Yeah, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Went to Indiana at Christmas for the snow, and then it didn't snow.
In the 80s, yeah.
In the 80s.
Yeah.
But
But now I don't.
you just never know. what
Now I
it's
have
gonna
no
be.
desire to see snow.
Well, Kyle might like to see it.
Yeah, he might, but I sure don't.
I think he's had enough of it. Enough.
I had enough snow when I was a kid, walking in snowdrift, so it's above my head. So I didn't need to do that anymore.
Let us know if you need anything, Kyle. So, but oh, that's okay. Don't worry about typos.
Mhm.
I might work with words, but I completely understand. Sometimes you just do it so fast. I do that too. So I'm an editor. So I do that too. Sometimes when you're typing so fast, right? But 6:42. Maybe we'll stay on for another few or so.
I should be getting close to bedtime.
Yeah, I had to set the timer for 25 minutes at
Okay.
least.
Oh, you set the timer? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it said 25 to 28 minutes.
Okay. That's cool.
So, and then I kept goofing up the timer, you know? It's like I started to set the timer, and apparently I'd set it, and I didn't realize. And so when I went to do it, it was beeping at me. It was mad at me. It wouldn't let me reset it. Come on, clear. I had to keep pressing the clear button. What? That was nuts. But so anyway, yeah. You know, ironically, this happened when I already had lots of things going on this month. So. Joke's on me. Happy birthday to Heather. Oh, well, that's okay. That's okay. Oh, boy. So, yeah. I'm supposed to attend a conference, writing conference coming up. In what, 3 weeks? 3 weeks?
You'll be there.
Well,
Don't worry about
it's
it.
more than a writing conference.
You'll be there. Don't worry.
But anyway, yeah. So no, I think it should be fine. So we're figuring it out.
Whatever we have to do, you'll do it. Don't worry. Don't worry.
You want to see what she says?
What?
Looks like you might need to start wrapping Kevin in bubble wrap.
Isn't that the truth?
Yeah. Oh boy. That's
Yeah,
funny.
it sucks getting old.
Yeah. I need.
You know. My
I
OFS
still like writing.
my OFS is getting the best of it. Best of me. My OFS is getting the best of me.
Hey, do me a favor.
What?
When you get a chance,
What's that?
go into YouTube and like the stream. Excuse me, Molly. Are you? Molly's right by me. She's right by my feet.
Where do I find that?
Go into your YouTube.
My YouTube.
Yeah, look, doesn't Kyle get into YouTube on your phone?
I don't know how YouTube. Oh, there it is.
You got a Google account. By the way, if you have a Google account, you can do, if anybody is watching and doesn't know this, you can do what Elizabeth did and make a comment. All you gotta do is sign into your Google when you, and then you can comment
Oh, I see.
and like and subscribe
see it.
and all,
Now
and
I
hit the
got it. How do I-
notification
How do I
bell.
love it?
Oh, you gotta get into it.
Oh, I got to click on it? Okay.
There you go. Chat publicly too. You can chat publicly, say hi, hi to your cousin. And then, yeah, you can also, again, hit the like button and all that stuff. Because that actually really helps a YouTube channel, by the way, is engagement. I always feel like I'm sounding like an advertisement when I say that, but I'm trying to make myself say it because it does remind people of this. And even when I'm watching people, I sometimes forget. And so when I hear those reminders, I will remember to do it. Because again, it's like oftentimes it's somebody's small business. So not only does it promote something like, awareness or a business or something, it also can be a business. Once you get to a certain number of views and it gets shared and so it grows and all that jazz, it can be a business because of when the ads play and stuff like that, basically. And there's other things too, like things that you can have widgets and things for like links, basically links, links to stuff, links to things like places where you could get donations, basically. And I do think there is a link in the description for our. It's called Coffee. Sometimes people pronounce it Kofi, and that's for donations, basically. You can also, I got to go check on the pizza, but you can also like offer products and videos and various things, memberships even, and all kinds of stuff. And so I'm doing all the research on it, but I got to go check on the pizza. Talk away, Kevin.
Hello.
Pulling out the pizzas. And my glasses are fogged up.
Yeah, it's just like I was telling Heather, when you said something about the bubble wrap, so I thought my OFS is getting the best of me. It's like,
Tell me what that is.
and she likes my term OFS. When I told her it means old fart syndrome. It's like, and
Good job, Carl. I'm hearing you counting your hand washing. Good afternoon, that's right.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Dad's talking to my cousin of his.
Cousin rectangle. Cousin rectangle. Cousin rectangle. Cousin rectangle. Rectangle. My brother
Her name is
Opal.
Elizabeth.
Alright,
Okay, we got pizza. We'll let that cool a little bit and then we'll cut it. Okay?
Cousin rectangle. Cousin rectangle. Cousin
Well,
rectangle.
probably go ahead and wrap things up.
just go ahead and wrap
But I will
Fire alarm at school. Fire alarm at school. Fire alarm at school.
The fire alarm at school. Did they do the fire alarm today?
Fire alarm at school. Fire alarm at school.
Yeah. Okay.
Fire alarm at school. At school. Fire alarm at school. School.
I ordered safety grab bars for my bathroom today.
Oh, I see that now. That just came through the second after he said that. Actually, we do have one because that we'd gotten it for Kyle to help because he can be a little wobbly sometimes. He has like some coordination.
Speech at school. Speech at school.
Yeah, did you see Miss Athena today?
Speech at school. Speech at
You
school.
had speech at school?
Cool, buddy.
All right.
Yes.
All right, so I'm writing that in.
Yes.
The only day that I will not be able to do this, the only Friday that I will not be able to do this here will be the 23rd of September because that's my event I have going on. So I'm just writing some of this down and then I will get it set up as soon as possible. Maybe I'll do that sometime tonight. Before I go to bed. Goldfish work. We're having some kind of live stream work right now.
Gold color.
He's
Gold.
hungry, Mom.
Gold.
Yes.
Yeah, we
So
need-
we're gonna cut the pizzas in just a second.
Gold
Okay.
moon.
Okay, buddy.
Gold.
Kyle, we're gonna have
We can say
dinner here in just a
goodbye.
second, okay?
Yeah, we can say
Gold.
gold.
Can you say bye to my cousin?
Gold moon.
Can you say bye to my cousin Elizabeth?
My cousin Elizabeth. My
Good
cousin
job.
Good.
Elizabeth.
Good job.
Cousin rectangle. And cousin rectangle.
You wanna get in here and show your face?
And cousin
Show your handsome
rectangle.
face.
And cousin rectangle.
Ooh.
Cousin rectangle.
Or show her your butt.
Cousin rectangle. Cousin
Turn around for a
rectangle.
second.
Cousin rectangle.
My balance isn't
How many
the
dildo
best
bops?
since my stroke.
Dill bops.
Hey,
Dill
down for a
bops.
second.
How many dill bops?
So you can see
Dill bops. Dill
handsome
bops.
face.
How many dill bops? How
look at
many
his
dill
handsome
bops?
face here.
Dill bops. Dill bops.
Little bops.
How many dill
I used
bops?
to love
How
to
many
watch that.
dill bops? Dill bops. Dill
I'm
bops.
sorry about your stroke.
Help dill bops. Help dill bops. Help.
Yeah, I know that can affect
Help dill bops.
affect
Help
that.
dill
I
bops.
have a friend who had
Help dill
I just
bops.
one
Help
friend.
dill bops.
but
Help dill
I'm
bops.
remembering somebody I know that has had a stroke.
Okay, she
Dill
did say
bops,
she
dill
just
bops,
said
dill
bye.
bops.
Enjoy pizza, Kyle.
Oh boy.
She said bye, Kyle. Enjoy the
Good job.
pizza.
Oh,
Bye,
say-
cousin.
Say thank you.
Thank you, cousin.
Yeah, thank you, cousin.
Thank you, Elizabeth.
There you go. Very good,
Thank
buddy.
you, Elizabeth.
Good, bud.
Thanks.
Good job,
Thanks,
buddy.
cousin.
Excellent.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, cousin.
Very good,
Very
buddy.
nice.
Cousin. Thank
All
you,
right.
cousin.
Well, I guess on
Good
that
cousin.
note, we
Good
can
cousin.
wrap it up and you can say bye. And
Let's eat.
you're just an old fart. All right. Well, thank you very much to everybody who watched this live. Thank you for watching the replay. And we'll try this again next week. And
Everybody have a good weekend.
Yes, have a good weekend, everybody.
Hurricane's right over there.
Hey,
Hurricane's
Kyle.
right over there.
Wave goodbye.
All right. Hurricane's right over there. Move like Luna. Move.